Hey, what's up everyone? Mendel here. I hope you're all doing awesome and wonderful. I hope you had lovely holidays. Hope you stuffed your face with food and had a nice transition from 2023 to 2024. So let's start off the year with a new plugin. And to be honest, this is I think it's a one-of-a-kind plugin. So over here, you can see Bogren Digital's IRDX Core. Now, for those who don't know, some months ago I did a review of a Bogren Digital plugin called the MLC Sub-Zero 100 plugin based on the Polish MLC amps. And that plugin had a unique feature, which was the IRDX feature. And basically IRDX, well, instead of trying to do this from the top of my head, let me just read through the text they gave me because that perfectly explains the whole thing. The IRDX technology realistically mimics nonlinear loudspeaker behavior, recreating the dynamic responsiveness and harmonics that invariably get lost when capturing speaker cabinet impulse responses. Using the IRDX technology brings amp simulations and impulse responses closer to the sound and behavior of real-life speaker cabinets, with noticeably adding liveness, dynamics, and dimension. So that's a lot of words, but how does it sound? So over here I have a session of my upcoming solo album, which is actually my first solo album from 2012, but then fully remixed, re-recorded, and the whole shebang, and some stuff rewritten, but we'll show that in another video. But I thought it would be a cool song to showcase this plugin because there's some parts where I do some dynamic chugging, which is really dynamic, but also some higher fretting stuff, like riffing stuff. All right, so let's take a listen to the plugin. So over here I have Neural Amp Modeler with a tone. I'm working on a Neural Amp Modeler pack. This is a Road King with a Road King cab and a Marshall cab blended, if I'm correct. And over here I have IRDX Core on the guitar bus. And I'll bypass it and unbypass it whilst playing, and also solo it. So when this is yellow, it's bypassed. When it's gray, it's not bypassed. So the thing I personally notice is, I notice when I turn, I'm not sure why I clicked it away, by the way. So when I turn IRDX on, or let's say when I turn it off, it feels that the guitars are a bit more further away and a bit more flat. And when I turn it on, it becomes less flat. Maybe the marketing in my head is saying it's more moving, but when I turn it on, it feels like it's a bit more moving. Let's listen to that last chuck part again. It doesn't feel like there's an EQ move done. It's so hard to explain. Like, it's more, seriously, when I'm sitting here, it's more like a feeling thing that's going on. So hard to explain. The only thing that comes up to me is it's less flat, if that makes any sense. So when we exaggerate it, or when we just unexaggerate it, so, as I say in a lot of videos, hopefully you can, or hopefully you're listening to this on some good speakers or some good headphones, because it's really subtle. But for me, the subtlety is, it's enough to notice to use the plugin in the mixing session. And a funny story is, so a month ago I mixed a Dutch death metal band called Body Farm, and the first guitar tone I gave them in that mix, they weren't really resonating with it. So then I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna give you a couple different options. And I gave them, if I'm correct, 5 different guitar tones. And only on one guitar tone did I use the IRDX one. And I kid you not, that's the guitar tone that got picked for the next release. So, and it could be that because they're kind of old school, they like that, it's like old school death metal. So perhaps that vibe was doing for them that was thanks to the plugin, or it was just basically the tone. I don't know. Only thing I know is they liked that fifth tone, and the fifth tone was the one with the IRDX one. So there's that. So there's a calibration function which is pretty handy. So when you just play the guitars, it calibrates like the right input level and output level, so the plugin can react to the guitars on the right like input-output gain levels. And that's basically it. And saying that's basically it is kind of underwhelming, I know, but I'm doing it justice, or not doing it justice. But I personally have never seen a plugin like this. Like this function, the first time I saw it was in that MLC Sub-Zero 100 amp plugin. And then I guess a lot of people, even I did it, but a lot of people asked like, hey, that IRDX core function you have in the plugin, you guys should separate it and use, and also make it available as a separate plugin. So there's this. So this is a pretty cool, unique feature. So make sure you check it out. It's by Bogren Digital. I'll put the link in the description box down below. And there's that. See you next time. Cheers.